Happy birthday if you are a Leo sun. And if you are a Leo rising, happy birthday to you too, sort of. You are still one of the main attractions this month. You will start this month right away with the Sun in your first house opposing the Moon and Saturn in your 7th, and with a triple conjunction of Mars, Uranus and the North Node in your 10th house. It will be a mildly tense moment. There might be conflict related to your inner will and the will of others. Whether work-related or relationship-wise, there may be some ego clash between you and your partners. It can be about an old job you had in the past since Jupiter stationed retrograde on July 28th. Venus being in your 12th for the initial days also indicates that you will have to deal with life independently instead of relying on possible external help. These first transits may cause an initial shock. Still, soon enough, the Moon will move out to another sign, and Venus will enter your first house, starting August 12th, giving you a little bit of help with this uncomfortable moment surrounding partnerships. Even so, this will not be an easy month for the fellow Leo risings out there, significantly because some days ahead, August 20th, the planet Mars will move to your 11th house, which will make some effort to mess around with your social life somewhat. Be very patient with yourself and others because whatever conflict happens at this time and seems to be over may come around once more due to Mars stationing retrograde some months later. Also, pay attention to shady people coming back from the past, listen to your heart and mind to find the perfect balance, and not be affected by external misbehavior. The universe may try to make you question what you need in your social life. Who is really on your side and why? It will be a long time of reflection since Mars will only be direct again in January of the following year. Try to be calm, as these events are meant to help you in your spiritual journey. Before Mars enters your 11th house, as we talked about before, a vital transit will happen in your 2nd house around August 13th, with the planet Mercury in the spotlight, by it shortly resting in its sign of exaltation and trine Uranus, the North Node in Mars. Since all of this magic will happen in your 10th house, bliss around your work-related matters and money earning, in general, will come into your life. Be sure to enjoy this decisive moment and focus on your finances and abundance to get the most of it. Venus will also be in your first house by this time, magnifying your power of attraction and manifestation, which can help you achieve your objectives. Concerning the transits we have talked about before, if you are Cancer rising who is 22, 34, 46 or 58 years old and were born during the day, you have to be even more careful when Mars comes into your 11 hours house at the end of August. If you are not any of these ages but still are a daytime child, it won't affect you as much, but it can still make your friendship connections and social life pretty hectic, so be mindful of where you put your trust on. Nighttime children will not have as bad of a time around social life but still struggle a little with partnerships or dating and marriage due to Saturn's influence. However, Venus won't allow it to go too much off trails, so you just have to be patient and have hope for better days. When it comes to the most essential lunations of this month, Leos will be a little emotionally overwhelmed by August 11th since the lunar body will make an opposition to the Sun on the first house and make a conjunction with Saturn for a little while. Oppositions are generally a challenging aspect to deal with, and when it comes to the Moon, it can rock your mind all over the place, especially since it will be in an air sign. You do not need to be too alarmed by it. The Moon is a fast body, and soon enough, you will be able to gather your thoughts better once again. In a relationship, act cautiously with your partner since this transit can stir up some feisty conversations. You or your partner may be impatient with each other at this moment and trigger unnecessary consequences for you both to deal with. If this is more of a business-related situation, things might be delayed or get disorganized, and you'll have to deal with this in the future, probably because of something you have done since it is related to the first house. In either scenario, you'll feel like prioritizing yourself over something else, which is not generally a bad thing, but it always comes with a price, and you'll have to think if it is worth paying it. The second main event will be a new moon joined by the Sun in your 2nd house around August 27th to end this month beautifully. There is now more help with your financial abundance. The Sun will give you determination and focus on gathering monetary resources, and Mercury, now in your 3rd, will trine Mars and Saturn, giving you some brief time to breathe in all types of connections you have. You might encounter a not-so-close friend or a relative that will soothe the way. However, if you have a planned trip, there will probably be complications around it due to Mercury in your 3rd house and Jupiter in your 9th house opposition. If you don't have a trip on your schedule but want to do so, it's wise to wait a little longer until Mercury goes into your fifth by November 17th. Stay strong, Leo.